A lot of people know that the Tesla Model 3 and the Model Y have a great sound system already. The sound quality you can get is only so good from the speakers and the source of music. The Model 3 and the Model Y have great systems. I think it's one of the better systems out there as far as a premium factory system. But could it sound better? Okay, first of all, what's up everybody, I'm Brian from iWantTesla, and today I'm going to be installing some speakers in my Tesla Model Y. These are aftermarket speakers from a company, Harmonics. They hit me up about their speaker setup for the Model 3 and the Model Y. Now they sell a huge range of them where you can just replace the front tweeters or the mid-ranges, the doors, the subwoofer, and all sorts of stuff, or get the whole kit here like I have here. I'm going to install the whole kit today in my Model Y. I'm going to install the Model 3 kit in my friend Stefan's car. I want to practice on mine before I break anything in his. I want to get better at it. The differences that you get with this kit, this is one of the door speakers. You have a carbon fiber cone that is going to give a better, more accurate sound. You have a more powerful magnet. This is going to have a deeper bass and it's going to have the better sound quality. And it is just a plug and play system. It just plugs right in. All you have to do is unscrew what's there, screw this down in place and plug it in, and it works. Same thing with the mid-range. These three will go up on the dash. There's two for the trunk area, and then I also have a subwoofer. You can buy just the mid-range, you can buy just the doors, you can buy just the subwoofer, or the doors and a subwoofer. Or you can get the whole thing like they've sent me here. So again, yes, they did send these out for a review for the Model 3 and the Model Y, but I'm going to be doing an install video for them. I'm going to be installing them in this one, and I'm going to show you what the tricks that I've learned throughout this process is, and then I'm going to do a sound test. You know, the streaming music that you stream through the car is not very good. You can really only turn it up maybe 3/4 before it starts breaking up. I'm going to download some royalty-free music. When you do that, when you download your music in a full format, and a lot of audiophiles know this already, you will get better sound. And just by doing that alone, you're going to have a lot better system, but it still will break up towards the end. It gives you maybe 5 to 10% better when you have the music downloaded. With the music downloaded and these speakers, we should be able to turn it all the way up without any distortion. Yes, it's going to be loud, but it's going to sound really good. So what we're going to have to do is, we're going to have to remove this mesh up front here. There's a speaker here, there's a speaker in the middle, and there's a speaker on that side. There's also a tweeter up there we're not going to deal with, and there's a tweeter up here on each side that we're not going to deal with, but we're going to remove the door panel and replace that speaker that's there on both sides. We're going to remove the back panel, and there is two speakers in the back here, plus there's a subwoofer hiding over there in that corner. Those are all we have to replace. I'm going to start out with the door panels first, the front doors first, and then we're going to move on to the dash. The dash, you might need a separate tool for that. I'm going to show you that while I install that. I just picked one up today. The rest isn't very hard to do. It's just a little scary. As long as you have some pry tools and some screwdrivers, you'll be fine. I am super excited to hear what this sounds like at the end. I've already listened to the royalty-free music. I know what it sounds like. It sounds really good already. I'm going to tell you what the difference is from my opinion, because obviously YouTube with the compression and you're listening to it through a computer or your phone, you're not going to hear the difference on YouTube here. But I'm hoping it's just going to be dynamic. So I've got the speakers over here. We're going to do the front door speakers, like I said, and then I have some tools laid out over here. We've got some gloves because we do have to pry off the door panels itself. So I have some pry tools here. I have a drill, some screwdrivers. Hopefully we don't need that. But this is the toolkit that I bought for the front speaker. What this does is it allows you to get up into the front windshield area, and then this will ratchet. It's just a small little wrench. It's actually kind of cute, isn't it? Again, links will be down below for everything. All right, I have the music. I have the music on a USB drive, and it's going to be playing in here. Again, you're not going to be able to hear so well of what it sounds like, but hopefully I will. Okay, first of all, that bass, you can feel it in the seat now. It's clear. Oh. And that's only 75%. That's only a 75% volume. I'm liking this so far. I just turned it all the way up, and before it would crackle in that song for sure because there was a lot of bass and there's a lot of high pitched in there, and it did not break apart. Full volume, it did not break apart. You can really hear the mids, you can really hear anything, and I haven't even changed the equalizer or anything. I haven't gone through there and messed with that. This is just from the settings that I had before to my ear, because everyone's ear is a little different, but oh, this is really good. Okay, that little sprinkle that it did is, this song is called Cold Pizza, but that little sprinkle, it just ran across the dash. Oh my God, you have to get this. You have to buy, if you're into really good sounding music, clean, crispy music, download it. First of all, download it to a hard drive and play it in the car, but get these speakers. It is night and day difference. I said I was going to just tell you if it was a little bit, night and day, night and day. Seriously, I know this is expensive, but for what it is, it's really not. If you like music, you can just get the front and the doors. You can just get the doors if you want to. That's going to be a lot of difference. The mids up front are going to be a lot of difference, but get the whole thing. Get that sub. The sub is huge. It's, oh, I'm not even done with these songs. Now, streaming music. Let's listen to, I can't, well, you can't hear it. All right, so we're gonna start with the driver's side door. There's a screw here, and a screw behind this reflector. You just gotta pop those off, and it's a T30. Takes a really small pry tool. Again, I'll have a link to all the stuff that I use, but it's almost like a dental tool. But pop that off, and it looks like that's a T30 as well. I'm gonna put these in the floor mats, and then all you have to do is pull this off, pop it off. Probably have to do something with this light though. You roll the window down a little bit, pop this light out. Then you'll need a heavy duty pry tool to try to get somewhere in here. So you just get that back there, and sounds like you're gonna break it, but you might. And here is the door panel. Now we just need to get to the speakers, so there's no reason to disconnect anything here. I'm just gonna push this out of the way, and we're just gonna replace this. This door speaker, you can take off with it, or you can unhook it. All it does is just hook down into this. When you're setting this back down, you just gotta make sure this grabs onto this. This is the speaker up close. You just grab this and pull this off. I'm going to tuck this behind so we can undo this. There's only the 4 screws, and then we're going to put the new one in place. And then a weird nut. Okay. An 8mm gets off. That's just a weird metal one. And this comes right on. Oh my gosh, look at the difference. Look at the difference in magnet. That doesn't even look like a magnet. That is definitely a magnet. And really there's not much weight difference. This is a little heavier. This is going to be a huge difference in quality. I can tell you that right now. Just line this up. And don't over tighten them because it looks like we're going into plastic. And then we're going to kind of keep that wire out of the way. Plug that in. Tuck this back there. I'm going to wrap something around that so that doesn't rattle back there. This is very, very easy to do, everyone. Again, I'm going to wrap some foam around this so it doesn't rattle, and because this cord's a lot longer than the factory cord. Where'd it go? Oh, the factory one goes right into a plastic bracket, so there's not much play. There's a little bit more play just in case, and the difference is going to be, the difference in quality just by looking at it right now is gigantic. So I am so excited to hear what this sounds like. So I'm gonna put this door back together, and we do the same thing for the other side, and then we're gonna move on to the dash. Quick tip when you're putting this back on, I ended up removing this, just letting it hang here, rolling the window all the way down, and then catching it on the lip here. And as you're pushing down, you'll see that the pins line up, and then you just push it in. So first door done. That is the speaker. I did break a couple of clips as I put them back in. Everything seems to be tight, but I probably, if I remove this door panel again in the future, I will need to replace the pins, and you can get those from Tesla, or you can get them online. There's a bunch of places you can buy clips. So the driver's side took me literally 5 minutes to do. Pulling the panel off, replacing the speaker, putting the panel back on, and I didn't break any pieces. I didn't break any clips off of it, so I'm learning. We're getting better. You can definitely do this in your driveway. Okay, to get this front piece off, we have to remove this. And we're not removing this completely, but we are removing this from this point so we can pop this off, because this comes down and there's a clip that comes up on the mesh part, and hopefully you can see that. I'm gonna start on the passenger side again, and we have to remove this panel. It comes off really easily. It's just one clip there and it holds on to the side. Probably we could pull back. We don't really need a pry tool. We just really got to get a finger and pop this out. Don't have to worry about the airbag. There is an airbag in here. The airbag is not going to deploy. Those are set off by G-forces, not by messing with them. But I'm just going to pull up on this. See how it's clipped in there? That's holding that piece over there. And then this, I'm just going to bring this around and let it swing here. This has a plastic piece. I don't want to remove this. It can just sit here and hang. We just need to worry about this piece over here. And we can grab it with our finger and pop it up. And now we're going to go to the driver's side. You won't have this wire sitting here. This is, that wire actually runs up to here. This is for my compressor up in the front, and then also runs my lights up top and everything. Eventually, I'll really show you all that, but I'm still tweaking this. It's very confusing. Lift and pull out. So I took the passenger side one out already just to make sure I can get it out without being on camera right away. And you can see the difference here. This is a paper cone versus the carbon fiber cone. Already an improvement. The magnet is quite a bit bigger. Tesla one is not bad. It's 3 ohms, so 33 watt, 3 ohms. I'll have on the screen what this one is, but this is going to give a deeper, crisper, cleaner sound with that carbon fiber. The one I got from Lowe's is it's not magnetic tip, so I just took a magnet and stuck it to this so it kind of holds this in place otherwise, because I didn't want that dropping in there. So I'm just going to run this in. Again, we don't want to go too tight because it's going into plastic. There's just no good angle for you guys to see this, but you get the idea. All right. All right, hopefully you can see out there, and I'm going to try and show you this one. Again, putting the screws in the floor mat. This little wrench thing is not going to work for that screw. This is going to be difficult to do, so I'm going to get some pliers and try to wrap around that. And really, I bet you the only way Tesla removes this, they have to remove the whole dash or remove the window to replace that speaker. That's kind of crazy. All right. That screw took me about 5 to 6 minutes to just get out. You could possibly just leave that screw out if you wanted to, because there is tension on that. But that would be up to you. I'm gonna put it in. I have these two screws tight, and I don't think it's gonna move, but I'm gonna put it in place. See you in 10 minutes. The screw didn't need to be that long. Wait, now we have to wait for this to cool, otherwise it's just gonna melt the plastic that it goes into. You can't see this, but I'll make that into a point on there and we'll be good to go. This one's cool to the touch. It's just still hard to get back there. And that drops right down. It's really nice. Cover has to go in. There's little grooves here and then down. There it goes. Now we're going to take this piece and we could just slide this out. We're going to reattach this once we get this in here because I don't feel like scratching everything. There's a metal clip here. Line that up. And there. Boom. All right. Just remember, there's an airbag in there, but it doesn't matter if you hit it. Nothing's going to happen. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just relax, people. Relax. It's all fun and games. Someone gets hurt. So the subwoofer is back there, so we have to remove this panel, this panel, this panel, this panel, this panel. Got to remove a lot just to get to it. It just unclips. It's fairly easy. So I'm going to set you up so you can see it. So the cool part about this is I don't think we need to remove that whole box like you do in the Model 3. I think we can just get to those 4 screws, pull this out carefully without damaging the speaker on there, and I think we're good. This wire is just for my footwell sensor for the power trunk. Let's compare these. Again, the carbon fiber, the magnet is just a little bit bigger actually. Well, actually it's very similar in size, but the carbon fiber cone is going to make, I believe, a huge difference. Now there's a channel that comes down and that's where the cable comes out, so everything is going smoothly so far. Oh, I probably jinxed myself. If these clips pop off, they just slide right back on. I'm missing one. Oh, it fell in here. And if they stay in, you just got to get them out. But you have to pry the speaker grill up. It's metal. Just pry these out. With the pry tool from the other side, we should be able to get it out. That seems like a good one. There we go. Pop that off and bam! And then bam, Bob's your uncle. Unless you don't have an uncle named Bob. But there's the speaker. Let's replace it. All right, that wasn't very difficult, but you do have to drop this down. Pull these panels down here, and then drop this down because you have to pull these speaker grills out. And then once you pull these out, you have to, when you put them back in, you have to bend that back over, so that locks it in place. The screws are on this side. Just pop it down, and then it goes right back up into place. The hardest part is actually that screw right in the middle. But I'm done, so I'm gonna get some music and I'm gonna listen to this. I have a feeling it's gonna be well worth it. All right, no joke, that system is amazing. Yes, it's a little bit expensive at $800 some, but that is truly amazing. If you are definitely an audiophile, you definitely have to have this in your Tesla. You already know to download your music. Get this upgrade. It's not that expensive for the Model 3 and the Model Y. Stefan, you're gonna love it in your Model 3. I'm telling you right now, you're gonna love it. Check the link out below. This is Light Harmonics. They make awesome stuff. Not only this, but they make really high-end headphones. If you're into spending $5 grand for some headphones, they make some awesome stuff. The installation is not very hard. Just that one screw was very difficult. A little pain in the butt, but it only took me 5 minutes to get that one screw out. Everything else was pretty easy. That whole driver's side door, 5 minutes it. Order it today, install it. Truly amazing. Truly amazing. You know what? I'm done with this. I'm gonna stop recording because I'm gonna go for a drive and just listen to that music blasting. That was great. I enjoyed that. Thank you, Light Harmonics. As always, I almost forgot. Stay awesome, stay positive, and I'll catch you on the next one. See ya. Get this. Get this.
Cold pizza on Tuesday. I got food up in the fridge. Y'all keep looking for that new wave. I think I like it how it is. Cold pizza on Tuesday.